everybody, this is Abigail Ockwell here and welcome back to another WIP and Chat. So I've had some things from my family as well as one of my friends that have asked, what on earth does WIP stand for? WIP stands for work in progress. Now, some of the terms that I have been using, I've just been using them as second nature and haven't really been explaining them at all. So for any new diamond painters out there, I'm really sorry about that. But I mean, it just becomes kind of second nature to you in a way. So that's probably why I haven't been really explaining, because in my mind, I just think it's something easy to remember and I don't really think about explaining it properly. So I'm really sorry about that. I'm using my new microphone that I got last week. I'm hoping that it will work and it will cancel out all of the noise that you can hear downstairs, if you can hear it. My brother, he is back and he's doing the door. Currently he's sanding it, so you know, if it is a little bit noisy, I do apologize, but unfortunately there is nothing, and I mean nothing, that I can do about that. I can't just go around and say, hey, can you stop the work that my parents are paying you to do just so I can do my video? Thanks. Yeah, no, that's not going to go down great. So because my brother's been here, we've had one of my nieces, Alex, who is currently being homeschooled at the moment. So the current law in the UK is if you have a parent or both of your parents are in the key workers, so for example carers, health workers, pharmacists, etc., they can go to school. However, Alex's school has turned around and said that they won't accept her because both of her parents aren't key workers. Her mum is, but her dad isn't. Steve is a painter and decorator, if you didn't know already. So she's been having to come here with him and do her homeschool, etc. You know, it's great seeing her. I always love seeing Alex. It's always nice, but obviously it has been a bit of a nightmare trying to do videos because I've been having to entertain her in a way. Alex, she's got into diamond painting. Blame me for that. I did Elsa and Anna from Diamond Art Club, One Worth Melting For and Snow Queen. Those are their official titles, and I did both of those for her. So I did Elsa for her for Christmas, and then I did Anna for her birthday, and they're now hanging up on the wall, well, on her wall in her bedroom. So that's a nice thing. And she really wanted to learn how to do it, so I got some little kits, just some little stickers and stuff, and she's taken to it like a duck to water. She loves it. So this year for Christmas I got her some art stuff because she is very into her art. She's very arty, and in that art stuff I got her a little unicorn diamond painting, so that was nice for her to do. Well, she's still doing it. She's got a younger sister, Esme, who's my youngest niece, and she is Alex can't do her diamond painting really at home just because of Esme. She's 2 in April, so obviously she can't do it around her in case Esme decides to swallow the little drill bits, because that wouldn't be fun. That'd be a fun trip to hospital. The sarcasm of my voice. So yeah, because of her school's stupid ruling that they want both of her parents to be key workers, they have said, yeah, she has to stay homeschooled. So I did a little bit with her yesterday. It was a reading thing. And she had to basically put the sentences in categories. So there are things like Daisy is having a party. Will her friends have fun? Can she see the cake? Do not peep. And other things like that. And I did some stuff like that with her because her dad was trying to do it with her and he was struggling with the tablet a bit, so I stepped in a little bit and helped. But yeah, she basically had to put the different sentences in different boxes. So there was a statement, an exclamation, a command, and a question. And she had to put them in different boxes. Some of the things that we thought were commands, there were some things that we thought were commands, they had classed that they weren't, which was a little bit weird. I mean, I have dyslexia and I was looking at it thinking, I think that's a command. So the fact that her dad and me, her dad doesn't have dyslexia, the fact that we were both looking at it and thinking that's got to be a command when they were saying it was something else. Obviously, we were both very, very confused. I got a C in my English. Well, yeah, I got a C in my English literature and my English language when I did my end of secondary school exams, which I consider for someone with dyslexia is quite good. I can't really, I love to read. I can't really read as much as I used to anymore, which is a shame. I have to really listen to audiobooks most of the time because with my dyslexia, it's got to the point that most days they're just coming off the page. It's slowly got worse as I've got older, which is a real shame. So when I next do a play, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to figure it out somehow. Somehow being the optimum word. But I'm sure it'll be okay. I'm sure it'll be fine. So I hope you are all having a brilliant week. As I've said, I'm quite tired from entertaining my niece, as well as helping out with homeschool and obviously playing with her when she's finished her homeschooling. So yeah, I'm a little bit tired. I might have to excuse me, I might have to take breaks today just because of how tired I'm feeling at the moment. Oh yeah, my ear. If anyone's wondering about my ear is getting better. So I called the doctor up on Monday. Is it Monday? Yeah, I called the doctor up on Monday. And I spoke to a doctor at, I think it was about 4? Yeah, 4 in the afternoon. And I'll be honest, my doctor's surgery really is not the greatest. Oh gosh, I've completely drank that up. Like I say, my doctor's surgery isn't exactly the best. Because instead of having me talk to one of the doctors at the practice, they referred me to an out of hours doctor, which was in Arundel. Okay, so they called me up, asked what the problem was. So I explained my symptoms, and she discovered that, sorry, just bumped you there, that I had an inner and an outer ear infection. So she prescribed me some stuff to take. And I've got to take that for the next week. So I started taking it on Tuesday. So yeah, I'll be able to stop taking it on Tuesday. Yay. Because I've got to take it for a full 7 days. So yeah, Tuesday will be the last day that I finish my medication. So what I've got is I've got an ear spray. So I have to pop it into my ear and spray it in there, and that's fighting the infection. But yeah, no, the doctor told me to take it for the full 7 days. And yeah, that's basically what's going on with my ear. So it's starting to clear up, and yeah, so that's all going really well. I'm really sorry, I'm getting really annoyed with my brother sanding the door. I'm gonna stop this, see if I can hear it in the background, and then I'm gonna come back, and if I can't hear the sander in the background, I'll come back and try and continue this. But if I can hear it, then I'm gonna stop this until he's finished sanding and come back when he's finished sanding. So I will see you hopefully in a minute. And we are back. Sorry about that, it's a little bit later in the day than I would have liked. It's now about, I think it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, maybe even 3. But yeah, there was just such noise going on downstairs that I just really couldn't, just do it. Hold on, I'm just gonna pop you up a bit more. That looks okay. Cool. So yeah, that was today. I currently have now both of the cats in, sleeping. Misty is kind of drifting, as it were. She's not really asleep, but I would say she's not awake either. Apparently she's just been coming in and out all day, meowing and then just running awake. And so most likely what's happened is, because my brother's here, she thinks my niece is here, so that's kind of upset her a bit. But no, I've had lunch and I just said, do you want to come up with me? So I went up and then she followed. So what I'm going to do at some point, is I will probably do a beginner's guide to diamond painting. So I'll do a small canvas. Well, I'll do a small canvas. I do small canvases, but this is really kind of my small. But I'll probably do a how to start a round and then how to start a square, because I know that there are some people out there that think that it's a completely different process from doing rounds and squares. You know, I can see their logic because they're a different shape. Squares are smaller than rounds. But really, once you've diamond painted a couple of times, there's really nothing to it. It's really just the same as every canvas. I'll also do a guide to multi-placing, because again, that's just second nature to me. This is the thing, a lot of things with diamond painting and cross stitching is just second nature. So some of the terms and jargons that I use, I don't really think about that much. I don't really think that about other people understanding them. I just kind of think, and then I say it without really, like I say, thinking if other people are going to be like, what's she going on about? What? So yeah, I'll probably go into a complete kind of breakdown. So most likely what I'll do is I'll do a kind of stores to buy from, what to look out for, etc, etc. But yeah, no, so that's why I've got a bit of my desk lamp, which is what I normally record with anyway. It's normally on, so yeah. So right, how was my week? My week was, like I say, my week was fairly uneventful. The only few things that really happened, of course, I told you, on Monday that I spoke to the doctor about my ear. Also, a friend of mine, Hannah, I know you'll be watching this whenever in the future. Thank you so much for your support. I really, really, really appreciate it. So Hannah well, I will probably say she still is one of my best friends in the whole world, because I've known Hannah ever since I was born, really. Our mothers were in the maternity suite together. She is 2 days older than me. And yeah, we were best friends in primary school. And this is the thing, it's kind of been like with Robin, we don't talk for a really long time and then we'll be like, oh my gosh, we need to talk again, we need to catch up. So yeah, that happened on Monday, and that was nice. We were on the phone for nearly an hour because we hadn't talked to each other for properly for, I'd probably say, about 5 or 6 years. And now I'm hearing someone talking next door. That's the issue with that. Like I say, because we are a semi-detached house, you know, we can hear what's going on next door quite a bit. You know, their staircase adjoins ours. my room is set onto the back of theirs, and yeah, it's fine. I deal with it. I'm not complaining. I'm not gonna try and accommodate for the neighbours being quiet. It's day. They can basically do DIY repairs, etc., and talk to friends. But yeah, I'm not really gonna be the person that stands in the way and say they can't do anything while I'm recording. I'm not gonna be that person that drops a letter around and say, please be quiet between these times. This is when I am recording my video to YouTube. No, I'm not like that at all. I appreciate and I accept that people have lives, so therefore, I'm not going to interfere unless they're being rude, but that's a different story. And probably also, if say they were doing the business while I was trying to record, I'd probably be the clock blocker and kind of be like, can you not do that at the moment? I'm trying to record a video. Unless you want a big head on YouTube, keep it down. That would be a little bit awkward. I'm just going to take a bit of my drink. Looks like both cats have now gone down, so that's quite nice. So I hope everybody is doing really well. So oh yeah, I was going on about Hannah, wasn't I? So as I said, I got in she got in touch with me and was just curious about how I was doing and everything, and how life was going. Obviously I told her I was planning a wedding, and she was asking me how that was going, so that was fun. And obviously she is invited to the wedding, because there's no way that I'm not inviting her. It might be that her plus one has to come for the evening, but I'll talk to Josh about that, and obviously I have to talk to Hannah about that, because I need to, she needs to feel comfortable in whatever we decide, and I don't want her to feel uncomfortable at all. I don't want any of my guests to feel uncomfortable, but it's just because there is a limit to how many we can have at the wedding breakfast. That's kind of why I'm quite why we're having to kind of be a little bit picky with who's at the ceremony, etc. But yeah, but we know we're going to have to shrink the list a little bit. There will be some people that won't be able to come to the service, so that'll be a thing. I think Josh might have just come back. He went to go and see Sergeant Father-in-Law. So because it was his birthday on Wednesday. So hopefully he had a good day. He had to send a voucher home. Of course, they were being socially distanced, etc. But yeah, also for any parents that have to go through homeschool, I salute you after helping Alex with homeschool yesterday. Definitely, no, I'm not ready for kids after doing some of that. Because I was just like, oh my god. It was a bit of a pain in the tuchus. But anyway, I'm not here to complain. So, what else has happened in my week? Yeah, no. Oh my gosh, she's going on about some kind of stabbing, so this could be this could get interesting. So I may have to pause the video again just to kind of hear what's been going on. But no, I do find it annoying when I have to record on a Friday. It just... Yeah, I've got a whole load of... Oh, sorry, I just bumped you there. Yeah, I've got a whole load of... I've probably got a whole load of stories. But it's just... For me, it's just awkward. Because it means that I've basically lost 2 days of recording time, and this is really, in my mind, this is kind of, I feel it's my last day that I can really kind of record, as it were. And it's just awkward. And yeah, because it kind of, for me, it sometimes makes me feel like I haven't bothered to do something, when all the time I've been sat on my butt, I could have done something productive with my life, but nope. But no, also you have to be in a certain mood to be able to record as well. So, oh, here's a Joshi. Hello! Joshi waves hi, just so you all know. And now Misty's happy because she sees Daddy. You're like, Daddy, I'm afraid of the person that's downstairs. Mwah. Love you.
Love you too.
That's not being edited out, by the way.
Okay.
And there goes a Joshi. It's always nice when he comes to visit. Normally I'll edit him out, but let's just say I can't be bothered to this time. So he'll be staying in. He'll probably I think it's also I can't be bothered just because oh god, it's going to be a nightmare to try and edit tomorrow, because I am having my headshots done. So my friend PJ owns a company, and they do actors' headshots, so he's doing my headshots tomorrow. Also, I'm going to be doing I'm going to be doing a couple of short films this year. One is a reshoot of one that I did last year called The Message. And I have to say, that one was kind of rushed because we had to film it. This was a couple of years ago, because obviously we didn't... Normally me and Josh go to Comic-Con in October, but obviously we didn't go last year for very obvious reasons. There was a pandemic going on, and there's a virus still going on. So we did that a couple of days before we went to the Comic-Con in London. As much as I'd love to go to the one in America, I don't think we'll ever really get that chance. So yeah, we went to the MCL Comic-Con in London. So we always go up there on the so if we're going to Comic-Con, we'll always go up there on the Friday, and then we'll do the day Saturday and Sunday. Saturdays normally you just look around, and then Sunday is normally you buy stuff. And we did it, we kind of started, so we did the initial bit, I think, I want to say it was 2 days before. Yeah, it was 2 days before. No, it was 2 days before we were about to leave. And we couldn't have Josh in because he had to do something. So basically, Josh is a body in it. Basically, my character kills her boyfriend, and yeah, it's quite interesting, and it's quite dark. But I've got, so as I was saying, we had to film that. So we did the first bit a couple of days before we left, and then the next day, we had to really kind of get ready to go to Comic-Con. So I said I could only do a short window if we had to film. And on the day that we left, and so the next day we did the bits with Josh, and the lighting had just completely changed. So you've got some bits of it that it's it did just look quite bad, and even the person that did it said they weren't happy with it. And basically I got the call in the evening of Tom saying, I've looked over the footage and I think we need to reshoot it, so can we do tomorrow? And I was like, no, because I'm going away tomorrow. There's no way I can reshoot this. And so we couldn't reshoot it, so he just had to edit it and put it up. And yeah, the final product wasn't the greatest, but in a way I guess it was my fault that we couldn't reshoot. But the thing is, we'd already booked to go away months before, and yeah, so that was that. And then the next film that I'm going to be, short film that I'm going to be shooting this year is going to be a short horror film called The Marionette, where I am playing a witch. I don't really have lines of dialogue, so to speak, but I do say things. So what they're going to do is I'm going to basically just make up a whole load of stuff really on the spot, and yeah, they're going to do that. And then what they're going to do is, I think the plan is to have it playing backwards and have some kind of effect my voice to make it even more creepy. So yeah, that'll be fun. But that's happening, I think. I'm trying to remember when it's happening. I think it's like June or something. Might even be May. I think it's like May, June. But no, my brother Steve, he's also involved. He's going to do some of the prosthetics. So what what the director wants is she wants the witch to have horns. And I was shown some images of what she wanted, and the first thing that just came to my mind was, with some of them, was just, no, it's too Maleficent. This isn't a remake of Maleficent. This isn't a low budget Maleficent. I'm not gonna have horns like that. So yeah, me and the director, I do actually know the director. I used to work with her at the cinema that I work with, so hopefully that will go down well. Some of the images were just really good. So there was one bit with a hand where it was black. This and it's kind of obviously because the film has dark magic in. Well, my character uses dark magic. Because my character uses dark magic, it's gonna look like I've got a little bit of necrosis in my hands. So that'll be fun to do. Can't wait to do that. I really can't. It's just gonna be such a fun experience, and it is a short, so any shorts that I do, I will probably pop up on the channel. I'll pop them under a separate playlist. I did a short a couple of years ago with the same director, and and it was a film called Stratovus, and I played a 14-year-old schoolgirl called Olivia, who was being bullied because of her smartness. But basically the whole plot of the movie is the main character, Casey, she develops a pill to get rid of loneliness. So basically she's a synthetic pharmacist or something in it. I think that's her job title in it, something like that. And it's how everyone meets, is we're all at a kind of group counselling, as it were. And the other main character, Tristan, who's played by Alexander Vlahos. Alex, if you ever watch this, I am so sorry. Who played adult Mordred in the TV show Merlin. He was also Philippe in Versailles. And he was in Death in Paradise as well, if anybody watches the TV show Death in Paradise. So that's a really fun experience. He's been around to our house a couple of times and had dinner with us. And it's just been so great. That was such a fun experience because I felt I learned quite a lot from him. I mean, the first time that he was coming around to our house so we could meet and talk about the film. Whoops, nearly knocked my drink over. I was so nervous. I was petrified. I thought, I'm gonna call this guy one of his character names. I'm gonna call him Mordred, or I'm gonna call him Philippe. I was just like, oh shoot, this is gonna be so bad. But no, he was just a regular. He's just a regular human, and that's the thing that from knowing him, I have, I feel like I have learnt from him. But yeah, so those are my 2 short films, and also, like I said, I've done a third, but that one's in post-production at the moment. The other 2 are in pre-production at the moment, so it'll be great when we finally get to start filming them when all this is over, because there is a new variant of the virus that is particularly harsh on people with asthma. I am obviously being incredibly careful because I do not want to catch that variant, because I will be very, very sick indeed, and I don't want to, kind of give you updates from a hospital bed, because that would be really, really awkward, and I would feel really quite unhappy that I'd have to do that and not be able to give you content because of the risk of being on a ventilator, but hopefully that won't happen. So touch wood, that's not going to happen. Also, if you've got this far into the video, if you could let me know how you're finding the microphone, my new microphone, that would be really great, because I did have a little field test with it before I started filming, and yeah, I haven't really been able to test it out, so this is kind of the field test. So if it's not great, then please do let me know, but hopefully we will actually finish Starry Night this week or next week. I'm hoping to finish it over the weekend, because yeah, I just, at this point, I'm just like, come on, just want to get it finished, just want to get it done. And also there's been a lot of this section that I'm doing, it's got a lot of colour blocking. So anyone who doesn't know what colour blocking is, that basically means that you've got a lot of one colour. And if you ever hear me talking about confetti, that means that it's a section with loads of different colours in, and that just gives the detail. So the stuff in the sky, you can see there are quite a few different colours. So that would be known as confetti. You've also got colour blocking confetti, where you've got a lot of where you've got a big section of one colour and you've got other colours around. So this would probably be, this painting, well, this image that I'm doing would probably be classed as colour blocking confetti. What else has happened this week? So obviously I've started taking my medication for my ear. I've mentioned that. I've said that Josh has gone to Josh has come back from Sergeant Father-in-law's, well, not his house, but, well, he did go to his house, but he was on the porch, so yeah. Oh yes, So I was watching. I've got back into watching the show American Horror Story on Netflix. Love it. I am on the 5th season, which is Hotel, with Lady Gaga as the Countess. I love Lady Gaga's character. She's a really good actress. I've never actually seen her act. Obviously, I'd heard really great things when she was in, what was it called? A Star is Born. I'd heard really good things about her in that. Ooh, sorry, just bumped you there. So I'd heard some really good things about her in that. But yeah, I am on the, I think I'm on the 5th episode. Something, oh, that was what was feeling weird. I've got my microphone on part of my, so I'm just going to bring it up a bit. So yeah, the audio the audio might change a little bit, but hopefully it won't be too much. But yeah, just let me know about audio volumes and stuff. But no, going back to what I was talking about, American Horror Story. So I had American Horror Story recommended to me quite a few times, and I really wanted to watch it because I'd heard some really, really, really great things about it. But I thought, you know, how gory is it gonna be? Because I'm not really a person that likes horror movies. I don't really like scary stuff. And yeah, but American Horror Story I really, really gel with. I love that every sort of series is different, but also how there are different, how you can tell that there are connections between the series as well. And obviously American Horror Story Hotel is based off of the real life Cecil Hotel in downtown LA, which I am fascinated in its history. I have to do a thing on that at some point because that will be fun. Obviously, if you're not into the whole serial killer thing, then you know you don't have to listen, you don't have to watch. But yeah, it would just be something nice, something different, really. I'm always trying to think of fresh ideas of how to keep these WIP and Chats interesting. And so far, I hope I do a good job, but I'm not sure. You know, when I was doing this, or always when I do this, I never really care about the views. Yeah, it's staying steady that there are 7 people watching it, 7 to 8 people watching my WIP and Chats. I just don't really care about the views. I'm just happy that people are actually watching them, because you know that's always been in the back of my mind of, will people watch them? And I always just feel so grateful when people watch them. It's just such a humbling experience knowing that there are people out there that will actually listen to me. And as I said, my friend Hannah, she watches me, and we were saying on the phone actually that she was saying how much, you know, she just enjoys listening to my WIP and Chats on, say, a coffee break or something, because she's just, it's nice because she said that it feels like I'm in the room talking to her, and that's really nice. It's really humbling. So thank you so much for that, Hannah. That really means a lot to me. Anyway, Oh, we finished this section. Woohoo! That's pretty. I'm trying to think of anything else. I know I was going on about American Horror Story and stuff and how I'm enjoying Hotel, but it's really, I don't really want to get into American Horror Story because I don't want to give spoilers, as it were, in case there's somebody watching it that is watching American Horror Story and yeah, they just want to kind of listen to themselves. Or even if somebody wants to watch American Horror Story and just experience it for yourself, I would recommend it. But anyway, I am going to let you guys go. Thank you so much for watching. If you did like this video, please like and hit that subscribe button. And also, please do leave a comment. I do love reading your comments. They are real. That I always just, it's nice that people take time out of their day to just comment and say something nice. I did have a couple of comments last week that I think were spam. There were a couple of people spamming the chat with time links. I don't know why, but I will ask, please do not spam the chat. That's all I ask. Do not spam the chat. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye!